Hello, fellow babies. September 15th. I know I've been lazy the last little while. Been a bunch of stuff going on. Clearing through that now. Everything's becoming cool. So I want to get back to some rock and roll. I haven't given up my thirst and my passion for that. So I mean, I've been listening. I walk typically 4 to 5K a day, and every day I listen to a different album. And I got to tell you, that's a really interesting way to get into some new music. One of my pet follows, we follow each other on Twitter, is Michael DeBars, and he was in a band in the 70s called Silverhead. And the other day I listened to a release from 73, I believe it was, from them. And it's fun, man. I got to tell you, that old 70s stuff, if you close your eyes, you're there. It has the total feel of the period. Wonderful, wonderful music. He, of course, hosts a show now on Little Steven's Underground Garage on Sirius XM. So, yeah, you can check him out on there. Michael DeBars, he's a very interesting character. Where do we go next? Do we dabble a bit in some smaller stuff, or do we get right to the bigger stuff? Well, okay. We saw... I'm sure if you're watching this video for as long as I've been talking about rock and roll, you saw the Foo Fighters Taylor Hawkins tribute concert in Wembley. And you cried, because I know I did. Watching Dave try to start singing, watching a lot of that stuff. You know, little Shane Hawkins playing with the band and just absolutely exploding in My Hero. That was incredible. But you saw Wolfgang Van Halen near the beginning. Mountain Time, I think it was 10ish in the morning. Wolfgang Van Halen came out and played some Van Halen hits. You know, he started with On Fire and then he played Hot for Teacher. It was incredible. And he's just wailing on those strings, just picking away and freaking just melting like crazy, shredding like his dad. So I know he's been on Twitter and he said, that's not me. And he gets pretty angry at people on Twitter sometimes for the comparison. I mean, I get that, but he came out and he did it. And I mean, I've been a fan of his dad since, I went to my first Van Halen concert in September 79. It was before that my buddy Jamie got me into Van Halen. So yeah. I love Wolf's career. I have his first album. And he's going to start working on a second album now. So that's really good news. Because, I mean, the first one took him 5 years to complete. And it had a lot going on. I mean, Distance was in it, a tribute to his dad. A lot of that music was heartfelt. Anyway, this may be more of Wolfgang just being Wolfgang. You know, if he's just doing his thing. I mean, I guess he was doing, I don't know if you get what I mean. I mean, the first one, after his dad's passing, I mean, he'd worked on it for so long. Of course, Wolfgang and his dad were as close can be. He shared everything with his dad, and his dad totally, by all accounts, I mean, Wolfgang interviews alone, Eddie loved the music he was hearing from Wolfgang. So that had been going on for a while, and then, of course, Eddie passed, and I mean, I'm sure the focus changed a little bit. Distance, of course. Now, I mean, he can still honor his dad and just put the gas right to the floor in his own gear, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. I don't take any offense to anyone. I'm not trying to say anything about relationship between Eddie and Wolfgang or that he copied him or that he, nothing like that at all. Wolfgang is his own artist. He's his own guy. I mean, he played every instrument on the first album. The Mammoth WVH album. So, yeah, he's an independent guy that does his own stuff. And the second album, I'm very excited, and it's going to be very interesting to get into. So I guess I'll just keep this whole Van Halen buying music and going to concert thing going with My Hero's Son. Gee, what else we got? I'm not sure if you, speaking of the tribute concert, Justin Hawkins from The Darkness was prominent in the beginning. He was on stage with Wolfgang and sang, and also with Brian Johnson, and I mean, Justin was in a lot. Rufus Tiger Taylor, Roger Taylor's son was in quite a bit as well, played with Dave and the Foo Fighters. I've been watching a lot of the Justin Hawkins videos. He's got a channel on YouTube, Justin Hawkins Rides Again, or if you've watched the videos, you'll understand it's Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Justin Hawkins. Yeah, anyway. Justin Hawkins, one of his videos is about Ghost. As you know, one of my videos is about Ghost as well. I believe it's still my #1 video, which in my, I mean, when you talk about the pale blue dot, that's my YouTube world compared to everything else. But yeah, I mean, in my limited world of YouTube, yeah, that's my biggest video, and it got some really interesting feedback. As a matter of fact, I can't remember. There's a guy that has a psychiatry or some kind of channel on YouTube, and he used a clip from it to kind of make fun of me as the old anti-metal or anti-music guy. So yeah, that was kind of. I actually commented on the video, but I never heard from him. But I thought it was kind of funny that I was in there. My son found it and pointed it out. The point is that video was about Ghost not being metal. I mean, when they say Ghost is metal, come on. I mean, I can say this is a banana. That doesn't make it so. You know what I mean? Do I dislike Ghost? No. But I will be releasing another video following up to that video, just talking about this whole, check out Justin Hawkins' video. It's very interesting. He's talking about his opinion and how he was wrong about Ghost before. I don't believe I was wrong. I'll tell you a secret. I don't often believe I'm wrong. But the truth of the matter is, I don't think they're metal. And that's no insult to Ghost. I mean, whoever called them metal, I consider, and I don't like to get into the whole, oh, it's this metal, it's that metal, there's 19 different genres of metal and there's 22 different genres of pop. Do you want to compromise? I'll give you it, because in my life lately, it's become all about compromise. So here's a compromise for you. I'll call them pop metal. Does that scratch the itch? Or shave that little hair you got right in the middle of your back that you have to take a razor and tape it to a ruler and just kind of, no? All right, that's as good as it gets. You know what? I'm going to bang out of here, and I'm just going to go through some headlines. Here's a fun one. Johnny Lydon says it's tasteless if the Sex Pistols benefit from Queen. Don't even really have to read the article here to see that, you know, Johnny's probably talking about the business that is the Sex Pistols trying to release a song or re-release something, God Save the Queen, or something of that nature, right? So that's, Johnny's got a lot of things, and a few of them are opinions that I won't even speak to. Here's an irony for you. If they'd have stayed together, Princess Diana would be queen today. Charles. Oi. Demi Lovato says this tour will be her last. Nita Strauss left. Well, she announced that she left Alice Cooper's band as his guitarist to join Demi Lovato. So I guess, and I mean, she's still got her own Nita Strauss projects. So she's, I'm sure, fine. But yeah, it's interesting that after this, Demi Lovato says she's done touring. So she's got a kick-ass guitarist on this tour, Nita Strauss. That's for sure, man. That lady can play. Very talented. Very talented. Dexterity, man. Dexterity in the fingers, you know? What was Iggy, like a 7 to 12 man? Watching that guy play, I always thought it was some kind of CGI I was seeing on stage. But my ears told me the truth. No, you know what? This is a boring time in music, man. I'll tell you, I'm not going into the whole pop stuff. There's a lot of that. I'm going to finish this off with one final thought, though. Here's my final thought. A couple of weeks ago, the Foo Fighters had the Taylor Hawkins tribute concert in Wembley Stadium. It was a rock concert, a festival, a love affair, passion, friendship. It was beautiful. It was one of the best tributes it was the best tribute I've ever seen. It was amazing. I can't imagine. I mean, that set the bar for everything. And I mean, you have Brian May out on the extension playing Love of My Life, recognizing that he'd been there before. Unbelievable. Anyway, they've got another one coming up here in 2 weeks. 27th is... 27th is a Tuesday. So it's the last Tuesday of the month. 27th. Why would they have the concert on 27th? I guess it's sold out. I did try to get tickets after my last video, and there's nothing. I mean, it was stupid of me to try. But, I mean, you could probably go on a StubHub, and if you got $4 in your pocket, you could probably, drop a number and 3 zeros to get a ticket, which, if I had that kind of money... this whole point of mine, and you'll notice, and my kids sometimes come across these videos. They'll be going through YouTube or whatever. My son and one of my daughters have already come across them, and they get a kick out of it. But they pick out a lot of my mistakes, either in my English or whatever. It's kind of funny anyway. It's just kind of goofy to hear your kids say, "My God, your video came up." But my point with the Foo Fighters tribute concert for Taylor Hawkins is that bringing all those bands and all those people together with a global audience. I mean, this was in Wembley Stadium. I'm sitting in Western Canada watching this amazing concert start in the morning at 9 a.m. or 8:30 or 9 a.m. and play till 4:30 in the afternoon. It was incredible. So, I mean, I'll do the same. I don't care what it costs to get this in my house. And I'll buy the DVD because it's important to own media. Buy more music and buy videos. It's important, man. But get out to your record store days, pick up some vinyl, pick up some CDs, whatever you're into. Pick up some more music. It's always great to have the stuff on hand. Streaming ain't the same. It just isn't. Streaming is great for travel. When I walk, when I work out, I use streaming. Sometimes when I drive, but I've always got my media. And at home, I've always got my LPs. It's always albums. So, but the point is, they're bringing all these people together. They're having these massive events. Millions of people are talking about and watching these events and these rock concerts of all these incredible, glorious bands. I mean, the James Gang got back together and played in Wembley. Come on. Like, how much more proof do you need that rock is not dead? I'm sorry, Gene Simmons. I mean, you said it how many times in the last few years that rock was dead? If, and it's a big if, rock was dead, the Foo Fighters just gave it CPR and brought it back to a screaming healthy life. So, this is for the Foo Fighters, and this is for everyone that attended those concerts. This is for everyone that's going to the LA concert. This is to every band and every roadie and every tech and every sound person and everyone helping out, volunteering, working with these shows. Are you even aware of the amazing work that you've done? My thank you. As a rock and roller and as a music fan altogether, thank you. Thank you to all of you for all that you've done for music and rock and roll. And Taylor Hawkins, some of the proudest memories. I mean, these tributes for you will do incredible things for music. That's a legacy that any artist could adore. My hat's off to all of you. Thank you. All right, folks. I want to say thanks again to everyone for tuning in. If you dig it, subscribe. Hit the icon. I usually try to drop a short to let everyone know that I got something coming up. Sometimes I'll even have a topic in there, but usually it's just some kind of BS blurb because I feel like doing something while I'm out walking through the woods or down the street or something. Yeah, anyway, go buy some music, go listen to some music, go see some music. Feel some music moving through your body. All the love in the world. Peace and happiness to you. Take care.